Good afternoon Hoops fans and welcome to your in-flight edition of Celts on TV, your favorite place to celebrate Celtic doing the unthinkable, overcome the improbable, and make the supercomputer wonder why it got out of bed this morning. Last night in Bologna, the Celts produced nothing short of heroic stuff, earning a 2-2 draw away in the Europa League despite being reduced to 10 men early on, a result that, given the circumstances, deserves all the praise it gets. And let's be honest here, this was less draw and more Celtic refused to die quietly in Italy. They took the lead, saw one of their own both score and get sent off in the same half, a feat normally only seen in football video games, and then still matched one of Serie A's stalwarts for the remainder of the match. It was a rollercoaster from the off. Just 6 minutes in, Rio Hartarte capitalized on a Bologna mistake to put Celtic ahead. But then in the 34th minute, Hartarte became the first Celtic player in living memory to score and be sent off in the same European match. 2 quick yellow cards in 3 minutes saw him shown red, leaving Celtic a man short for the majority of the game. At this point, any sane team would be shaking their heads, maybe looking for a taxi home. Not Celtic. Just before halftime, Austin Trusty put them 2-0 up, and it genuinely felt like job done, with both legs folded and the crowd on the bus. But Bologna are no mugs. Their hosts pushed back, and in the second half they started finding their rhythm. Tejas Dillinger got one back, and then Jonathan Rowe restored parity later on. A 2-2 finish. What makes this draw vital, not just sentimental, is how it was earned. Celtic were not just hanging on. They were competing. Kasper Schmeichel made big saves, Trusty was a defensive rock, and even down to 10 men, they showed grit that's rarely rewarded outside motivational posters. And yes, conceding the lead stings, especially with a numerical disadvantage, but this was resilience personified. It keeps their European hopes very much alive heading into the final group match. Before we get to the transfer window and gossip, let's see what the objective observer thinks. Supercomputer, your thoughts? Translation. Prediction, 1-1, with 2-1 to the Italians close behind in probabilistic terms. Projected XG, Bologna 1.98 to Celtics 1.03. Reality, 2-2. Actual XG, Bologna 2.64 to Celtics 2.11. Celtic down to 10 men after 34 minutes and still matched Bologna's output. Model underestimated game state impact. Red card variable equals chaos multiplier. In other words, the machine thought this would be a tight draw. What it didn't fully account for was Celtic's unwillingness to lie down, even when asked politely. The chaos variable was maxed out. Look, if you asked a betting shop for the most dramatic way Celtic could still get a result after going a man down in the first half, they'd tell you to take a walk. But their hoops just winked at common sense and went ahead anyway. This wasn't a routine draw, it was a storyline you'd only believe if it had subtitles and a soundtrack. That's the drama from Bologna, and the atmosphere in the stadium stayed positive right to the end. I should know, Michael Nicholson and me were in with the young team doing the huddle late into the night. Celtic showed heart, sheer guts, and tactical composure most teams would sell on the open market. Now, after that emotional workout, let's segue into what's happening on the transfer front next. Tomasz Chvanchara is officially a Celtic player now. The club confirmed his joined on loan from Borussia Mönchengladbach until the end of the season, with an option to buy included. The 25-year-old Czech striker has already spoken to the club media and made it clear he's thrilled to be here, saying it's a massive honour to join Celtic and eager to contribute to the team. Manager Martin O'Neill has been careful to manage expectations, reminding everyone that while Big Tam adds a new option up front, he's not guaranteed to magically solve all the goal-scoring problems overnight. In other links, there's been ongoing chatter around Jessarun Raksakiyi, a winger formerly at Crystal Palace who Celtic are reportedly battling another club for, though structural disagreements over the deal mean it's still unresolved. Another name popping up is Zagver Sklarger, a 28-year-old Austria international midfielder who could add experience and energy if Celtic can get a deal across the line. Interest here feels slightly more long-term, but it's definitely on the radar. So, while Big Tam's deal is the headline grabber and done in the books, the window is far from closed, and the conversations around wingers and midfield reinforcements show Celtic are still looking to sharpen the squad before February arrives. And finally, attention now turns to Sunday, where Big Tam will be hoping to break some hearts. Get your score predictions in the comments, see if you can beat the supercomputer, and prove once and for all whether you're a football genius, or just confidently wrong. Stay tuned for the full list of TV channels worldwide for that match, because even if your prediction's wrong, at least you'll know where to watch it. This is Celts on TV, landing back in Glasgow soon, ready for the trip to Edinburgh. Hail, hail!